Hi, everybody. I'm Mel Doerr, the Aloha Shirt Psychic, and I've got the one, the only Miss Linda G in the house.
Happy Monday, everybody.
All right. So the
And
the
Jack starts barking as soon as we go live.
Lucky does too, it doesn't.
I just want to tell everybody thank you. I'm getting tons of emails, people saying, "Oh, Linda, I'm so sorry your 49ers didn't win." And so am I. It looked good. They were looking way better than KC, but that's the fun about football.
Well, I had
But
predicted we would win, but I was just more, since I met you, I've become a 49ers fan. So I think it
right.
would be wanting them to win.
Right, yeah. And that's why I can't read on it, because I'll always get they're going to win, but that's because I want that to happen.
Correct.
Anyway, I will tell you something. This is the least hurt that I am about them losing the Super Bowl, because it is driving the MAGA crazy. They are so upset. I just took a look. See, somebody said they looked at Truth Social and they're going crazy. And that blonde woman who was on she's the one that got hit hard by President Trump, or yeah, when he was president. She was on some show with him and he really cut her down. She's the one that they made a movie about. Charlene Theron played her part because she was being harassed by the guy that was running Fox News at the time, sexually harassed. Anyway, she was just telling terrible, nearly calling her a whore, calling calling our girl Taylor a whore.
Um,
And I said, you know what? You're a grown woman. Why are you so hell-bent on disrupting the well-being of just a young, very successful, very rich, especially compared to you, woman? Why would you do that?
well, my response is, she better be careful because she might be facing a lawsuit. The other part of that is Taylor Swift is laughing all the way to the bank. And the other
Uh-huh.
part of that is the only thing Taylor Swift said is told everybody to go out and vote.
And vote, but she's going to endorse Biden for sure.
Oh, it's
By
clear.
the way, they're going to be able to go to the White House, to accept the award from President Biden. And I wouldn't doubt if she's on the guest list.
Oh, she's gonna, I'm sure she will be. Uh,
Mhm.
my,
She had a concert somewhere. I can't remember where. And they said she did the concert. It was like in some rural state. She turned around and bought enough food from the food bank for everyone to last for a year.
I think she'll,
That's just who she is. No announcement. She just did that.
I think she'll perform at the White House.
Okay, it's okay. Well, she might perform at the inaugural celebration.
Um, Speaking of T. Rump, what about his comments on NATO? Everybody's up and
Oh
up.
yeah, he's full of it. Listen, what I saw was somebody like turning into a balloon because he's so full of his own air, and he's going up into the stratosphere, and he'll pop from the pressure from going so high. He thinks he's all that in a cup of tea.
Well, what he said is that countries that didn't pay their NATO dues, he wouldn't
He
help.
said that last time too.
Oh, I know, but
He,
he's already trying to weaken NATO, and who's behind that? Putin. Uh,
Putin.
so I brought up the question: can Europe protect itself from a Russian attack? And then my psychic light bulb went on. Putin is planning, if Trump wins, to start invading NATO countries. They
Yeah,
try to throw Soviet Union back.
Trump's not going to win.
But
That's the only reason I have, you know, my heart is okay, because every time he opens his mouth and says, he doesn't even realize he's causing people to revolt against him.
of course,
He thinks he's bringing them in. They're backing off.
especially Europe. But you know what? Whatever plan Putin's got to invade Europe will be thwarted. So that's what but my light bulb went on, all of a sudden it dawned on me what Putin was planning.
Did you ever look at Putin running for president again? Because I feel he'll cheat again and he'll get himself in, but he's about ready to go down by this summer. And I don't know if Trump is going to make it all the way to being nominated for president. Something major is going to happen with Trump.
That's what I feel. I don't know what it is, but I just hope that they don't make him a martyr, but they'll try, but it won't work. But
Yeah.
That was big. Um,
I'm gonna look real quick at the NATO question.
yeah, that's a huge question.
It's exactly what he said before, and they're posting a lot, and they don't emphasize on this. He's slurring his words. He's calling it when 7/11 happened, he meant 9/11. He's an outcast. Here's President Biden. I'm telling you, President Biden has got the angel of light with him. Yeah, he's old, and yeah, so what?
Well, while you're pulling that card, what about this comment? And the hypocrisy floors me that Republican prosecutor, somebody that Trump put in office, but anyway, he said that obviously he's a Trumpster, but he said that Biden didn't do anything criminal, but yet he found him forgetful. And I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
he's not a doctor. He has no MD past his name. And also, no, he wasn't brought in by Biden. Trump brought him in,
Right,
and they let him stay there.
right. But my
And then
point,
he turned around and did this.
my point is you're right. He's not a physician. He's not a psychiatrist. He's not a psychologist. He has no right to evaluate anybody. So people were kind of, the MAGAs were, oh, Biden's forgetful, but they don't look at Trump when he's calling 911 711.
11, yeah.
Nikki Haley, he said that she did something, she wasn't even in office. He gets dates, he gets somebody mixed up with Barack
We
Obama.
can justify and talk about this till we're blue in the face, and the maggots aren't listening. And I'm going to tell you something. I think MSNBC and CNN try to bring up these things all the time, but it's all about Trump because he brings the viewers and the money in.
Well, that for Fox, yeah. But and also for
And for CNN and MSNBC.
Right.
So what's coming up for Trump is he's getting ready to be cut out of his money. New York's getting ready to lay their head down.
Bingo, broke.
I see all kinds of stuff, and I see this woman that was also in charge of Trump's stuff while this whole thing was going on. She really wanted to talk to the judge because apparently there was a lot of underhanded, untoward things taking place. I think he was trying to change out the names, or he was trying to hide his money, and he's getting caught big time.
Well, I guess going back to my question, well, this thing about that prosecutor brought in by Trump, will his comment hurt Biden? And I'm saying no, it won't.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot coming down, Linda. You're right on.
That is huge. That's really, Trump's gonna bounce off the walls. He's gonna be so mad.
Oh, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose his empire. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's about ready to get hurt really bad.
All right, are we ready for questions?
Yeah, you posted it. I have some questions too, but you start.
Okay, I've got like 30 questions.
Okay.
But Paul Ryan says, or Rains, why hasn't anyone's passport been pulled in all this mess, especially Trump's? At some
I
point,
heard they did pull his passport.
well, yeah, I think I see it pulled. I don't know if they did.
I heard they did. So one of the criminal ones, it might have been New York. I heard his passports had to be given over.
I feel Trump's passport will be pulled at some point. So
Okay.
then he's gonna be like, I'm running for president. I can't go to foreign countries. Well, that's all right. You should.
Yeah, but if he took off and went to a foreign country to try to get out of being indicted, everybody can see what a wuss.
It's not going to happen. I mean, he knows that. He's not the brightest crayon in the box, but I don't think he's that. All right. Jean Louise said, if 45 is a nominee but is not present at election time, will the GOP try to delay the election? Then convention would be long over. Yikes.
I don't see anything being held over.
I don't either. I don't think they can delay an election.
I think something might happen to him where his name may still be on the ballot, but he's not able to win because he's gone or something.
Yeah, I don't see him. It's weird.
Something's getting ready to happen.
I don't.
And listen, on
plastic surgery.
Can you put it on hold?
Oh, yeah, give me 1 second. Hold on a minute. Here we go. We're back. We had a technical glitch.
We
had a technical glitch. Okay. So Elflower 1 stars says, will William and Kate be king and queen this year?
Wow.
It's a good one. I think that the cancer that King Charles has is very severe.
I feel like it is too, but what are you feeling about Kate's health?
Well, I'm not worried about her health. I think I don't know, she had something abdominal. I forgot what it was.
Well, they never announced it,
Yeah, I don't know if it was something
but
she
I think she had like something like diverticulitis and
or something, but I mean, they have children, don't they, or do they not?
yeah, a bunch of children.
Okay. So even she had a
Or
hysterectomy,
three, they have three.
right. So, for Prince Harry to go back to Great Britain in such a hurry, it had to be really serious. So it's more than
Yeah,
I keep thinking pancreas or bile duct or maybe liver, that whole area involved.
yeah.
Well, it's not looking good. I don't think.
I don't know,
I see the
I
number
don't
1 or 1.5, so he could be king within the next year and a half.
next year or so, yeah.
And by the way,
He worked so hard to be on that throne. He's kicking and screaming. I'm
uh,
not feeling that good about Kate either.
well, I don't see her dying or anything that right away. She just got more health challenges coming, but people
Yeah.
are asking about their marriage, and I don't see a divorce there at all.
No, unlike Diana, she doesn't play that. She's miserable.
Yeah,
Apparently he cheats on her all the time. I don't quote that from me. Word is people write me and tell me he cheats on her. I don't know if he does or not, but that's sort of the status quo of this empire.
for
Philip cheated on Elizabeth. Charles cheated on Diana.
for entertainment purposes only.
Entertainment purposes only.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. At Central said, an Aussie here. Hello, Australia. But I've been wondering if Eileen Cannon is deliberately trying to get herself recused from the documents case. That's a good question.
Yeah, they're having a meeting as we speak. Trump is there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
We'll have to see how
in
that
Florida. So let's say he's got 100 of his fans there. Whoopee, 100 fans.
probably paid them all. Um, I've seen her off this case. I might be wrong, but
Let me look real quick.
right.
Jack Smith, she wanted him to give everything to Trump's attorneys yesterday. And Jack Smith said, basically begging her, saying, you can't do that because I do not trust his attorneys, because apparently the people that are going to testify on Trump are in those recordings. And they don't want Trump to have it.
Right. Because he'll try to get to the witnesses.
Yeah, he'll
The other
definitely
thing
try.
is they'll use it to vilify them and make them scared. It won't work. But there's going to be other rulings she make that Jack Smith is going to appeal, and the appeals court will say what she did is overreach, and they'll overturn her ruling. So
Yeah. Let me look real quick.
she should not be a judge.
Ooh, 5 of Swords, not going to work out.
That's
5
just
of Pentacles. Hello. Yeah, she's not going by the rule of the law.
mm-mm.
She's on the precipice now of being like, they're trying to have some patience with her, but here's a reversal of something she tries to order.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
what
5 of Cups, she's walking away. Yep.
Oh, good. All right, here we go. David Pendulum asks, I've never heard of this Democrat. Do you all see the Democrat running a special election tomorrow? I think his name is Tom Duche or something. He says,
Where?
I don't know. He didn't say. I don't know.
I saw the guy taking tomorrow a special election for George Santos, and I saw a man winning that. Oh, Tom Suozzi, S-O-U, wait, S-U-O-Z-Z-I.
I think that's it.
He's going to win.
He's a Democrat?
Yeah.
Okay,
He's
yeah.
going to win. I saw him winning. Actually, his numbers are higher than the other one.
A lot of the Dems that are in a lot of these special elections, a lot of the Republicans will be replaced by Dems. It's going to be
Yeah, and the other thing is this guy used to work, he used to be in there and he stepped down. Now he's coming back. So people know his record, and I think he's liked.
Okay. All righty. Ginny says, Did Musk sell Starlink terminals to Russia after Kiev alleges their use in occupied areas? It's been reported by Ukraine's main military intelligence agency. Well,
Well, Elon Musk did a big thing on X and said, I never sold my stuff to Russia. He's denying it, but he's a liar.
what Ukraine said, it was reported by their military agency that he did.
I believe that he did. Yeah.
So for entertainment purposes only,
But he's denying it.
my guides tell me that Ukraine is telling the truth.
That's what I got too.
All righty. Travel says, okay, they say that Eileen Cannon's husband has or had Colombia connections. Is she giving him information? I don't see that. I don't think she's giving him any information. I mean,
Wait, who's giving who information?
Eileen Cannon's husband, something about.
He worked for the mob, by the way.
I know, that's what it says here. But
Yeah.
is she giving him information? Is he running the trial? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, this is a good one. It says user, at user, you can't get the whole name sometime. Why did Biden decline to do the Super Bowl why did Biden decline to do the Super Bowl interview? I don't know. What do you think, Linda?
Why did Ukraine?
No. Why did Biden decline to do the Super Bowl interview?
Well, he doesn't trust the media right now, and he's a little wiped out, especially after that guy, because he knew they were going to be asking bullshit questions.
Well, maybe I think he was kind of tired, and I just
That's what I was feeling.
Now, the second part of this question, also, do you think he will debate Trump? What do you think? I think he'll want to, but Trump won't do it.
Trump won't do it. I've already felt that.
Okay. Elaine Jordanson says, hi, Mel and Linda. Do you see Prince Harry moving back to UK to resume royal duties? Also, will Meghan follow? I see him staying. He's in California, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see him staying in California. He might travel back and forth.
Because she refuses to go there.
Right.
And he wants to be near his children.
Right.
But I do see him going back and forth.
Okay. We've already answered this one, but Joni Angels says, when do you see Canada removed completely from judicial duties regarding the Trump document?
When is the hardest things for psychics? I can just tell you it should be removed, but time frames are the worst. I just got an email from a client of mine that I read 4 years ago, and that guy came in her life, but it took 4 years.
I see the number 4, by the way. It could be 4 weeks, 4 days, 4 months, could be. Okay, this is a good question from user again. If we pray for Trump collectively, will his evil energy diminish? Trump is going to be around until MAGA disappears, until he loses everything and his voice isn't going to mean much. It's sad if somebody like Trump can come to power. What lies ahead? What if somebody
He's never coming to power again?
That's not my point. I'm talking past.
Oh.
But what lies ahead in the future if somebody worse than Trump gets in power? But I don't think
they're going to put, I'll tell you, when Biden takes over, they're going to put a lot of things in place, especially since they have the majority, the Democrats do. A lot of those fences in place that keep craze from happening. And to keep you from making money off the White House, because he made tons of money off the White House.
Of course he did. Okay, Cindy Bateman says, heading to Alaska for the summer, any big events we need to be aware of? Well, fun being one of them. I see an earthquake in Alaska, but I don't think it's gonna
not huge. Yeah,
be huge. So go have a good time. Okay, Linda, you've got some questions you said, right?
Well, it was with Eileen, but you asked that.
Okay, so I got some more here. Okay.
Well, I want to know, do you see Taylor and what's his face lasting?
Oh, Taylor and the guy? Or whoever she's with. I forgot his name. What was the question again?
Do you see Taylor and that boyfriend lasting? They're engaged now.
Well, I see a marriage there, but long-term future, I see somebody else for her, but
Oh,
I think when it's over and done, it's not gonna be a nasty break or anything.
yeah. Yeah, that guy is kind of a bully. He went up to his coach and hit him with his chest. That coach, the big coach, who looks like Wembley or,
That wouldn't work with me if I were the coach, because I would have.
and he nearly knocked him over.
Okay. Deborah Godlewski says, any good news do you see coming for our president? I feel so bad how people treat this kind man. Well, people might think he's the fluffy white kitten, but Joe Biden is a tough meatball.
Oh, he's a squirt. Hello.
They say he drops the F-bomb a lot. So I
Yeah.
think I think Biden can stand up for himself. I don't think we have to worry about that. Okay. Oh, Dakota Kelp. I love that name. Aloha, Uncle Mel and Aunt and Lady Linda. I like that. And my favorite Monday rock stars. Yay, thanks.
Yay.
Will it be extremely hot in the Dakotas and Minnesota this summer? Extremely hot is 90s and 100 for these areas. The answer is yes. It's going to be
I heard yes.
record-breaking heat this year. The day before yesterday in Chicago, it was 60 degrees. That's unheard of for mid-February.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
been freezing here. Wake up and it's in the 20s and 30s.
Let's see, past occurrences, surveyors, something of the deep. Do you think they found Amelia Earhart's airplane near Hawaii?
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not either. They'll find it sometime, but I don't know if that's it. I don't think so. Okay. Blossom Love says, good day, Auntie Mel and Auntie Linda. Is there going to be climate change on the 14th of February, like an obliterating tornado in Texas? Well, I see heavy tornadoes, and they're going to be really, really huge force tornadoes happening because of the warming.
I just saw EF5. Where's that at? Can you tell me, guys? I just saw a huge one.
I'm saying
EF5. Where's that going to be at? It sounds M might be Missouri, Montana. There's a huge one.
Oklahoma, Texas. I think Illinois is going to.
No, it starts with an M.
I think the Chicago area or suburb is going to get hit by a huge
There'll
tornado.
be unusual tornadoes this year. I saw tornadoes like winds, unusual. We've had some wind stuff that has happened even out here where I live, with the trees getting knocked, redwood trees get knocked over. That's very unusual.
Well, they upgraded the rating for hurricanes. It was only level 5. Now they're going up to 6 with these ferocious storms. And my light bulb just went on. I see them kind of redefining the scales for tornadoes. F5 is the largest, but I see tornadoes exceeding an F5 this year. What do you think, Linda? You think they'll upgrade tornadoes to an F6? I think so.
I think so.
Okay. Oh, this is a cute one. You got to hear this one, Linda. This is the riot. All right. This is good. Michael McGaw says, where there'll be a pole shift in the planet because the Kansas City Chiefs won the Super Bowl.
No.
It's good.
I remember when New England was winning every single year. So what? They tied now? They're tied now?
Yeah. Well, maybe the 49ers will break the tie or something at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. I think they're going to have a good year next year, though, the 49ers. So good.
Oh, okay. Well, it
Nice
was
if they
fun.
go-
I enjoyed myself,
Be nice if they
But
go.
my life doesn't depend on them winning. I had no money out on this game.
I have no nails left.
Oh, you were too. It was a good game. And listen, when it first started off, the Niners were ahead 10-0, 10-3 for the longest time.
I know.
Well, they lost that 1 point. The guy went to kick a field goal, and that 1 point, they would have won that game.
That's right. The halftime show, I mean, I watched part of it. I'm like, no.
It was the most boring halftime show I've ever seen. You know who they need to do a halftime show? They need Chaka Khan. She does a show. I saw her with Michael McDonald, and oh my God. By the way, happy birthday, Michael McDonald.
Yeah, even Gary was like, it was boring. So we decided to eat dinner.
I don't really know who Usher is,
I don't
but
either.
there will be rappers on those shows that I can get into. I like to get up and dance, and it was not a burger.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I mean, it was like, oof, oof. Anyway, okay, Sylvia Munoz says, hello, my beautiful souls. Hi, Sylvia. Question, Robert Hur, special counsel investigating President Biden mishandling of classified documents. What's Robert Hur's future? Thank you. Well, not a very good one now. I think
No, and when when now Trump is offering the sun and the moon and stars, maybe even making him the bigwig for taking Merrick Garland's place. But he's when Biden's new thing comes over, he's already people are ostracizing him. When Biden comes in again, he'll be removed. The only reason Biden didn't remove him is because Trump put him in and he didn't want to go too over the hill.
I don't think that this Merrick Garland is going to give him any special cases in the future.
No.
He's going to.
Merrick Garland, I'm not feeling Merrick Garland being the chief AG
No, I think somebody else
next
will
year.
be appointed by Biden, but I still think whoever it is not going to give this guy any more cases. I don't think.
Yeah.
Here's a really good question. This is a really good one. Snoogle says, here in Texas, the mail is now unreliable. Is it safe to mail in my mail-in ballot? And I would say if it were me, I would take it to a polling station and turn it in there.
Yeah. I see them overriding whatever Texas is trying to throw at them.
Well, they are going to
Texas is about ready to turn blue, but I don't know if it's this year, not this year, next year. That Texas is getting ready to,
turn purple.
and so is Florida, believe it or not.
That's what I've been saying. I said purple. But I
Yeah.
think we're trying to manipulate the mail so it doesn't get in by a deadline date and therefore negate all those mail-in votes. So my thing is just take it to the polling station and turn it in. Here's my mail-in vote. It's right here. I want to see you register it
Right, exactly.
and get a copy or get like a proof of some sort. Okay. Brendan, Brenda 6576 says, what was the big news from Linda's guide she forgot to reveal in her collaboration with Deanne Shield of Maiden Tarot? She said she wanted to amplify 1,000-fold what her guides told her that morning, but forgot to talk about it on the show.
Well, one of the things they had told me was that not to worry because Trump is not going to win.
Oh, good. Yay.
And big time stuff is coming down on Trump and Putin.
Yeah. Well, I feel the same. We've all been saying the same. It's just a question.
And also that in New York, I think they're going to come out this week with you're sucker, you're in trouble. But it's going to cause a lot of chaos because I see people mad, everybody, whatever.
All righty. Crazy Shark. I love that name. Hi, Mel and Linda. The other day, I thought about John Benet Ramsey, all of a sudden, the young girl who was killed. Who do you think was the killer? Well, I'm not going to go public and say who was the killer. But
No,
will her case ever be solved? And the answer is yes. I do see it.
I think they already know who the person is.
They've known for years. They're just trying to get the evidence. Okay. Lone Phantom says, what's going to be the outcome for Merrick Garland as a result of him allowing Robert Hur's insults to Biden?
It's not really going to hurt him, but it's caused a lot of stress. I think Biden knows that he's actually a really good guy. And this is just too much for him. I'm telling you, he's already planning on stepping down at the end of the season.
I think Merrick Garland will come forward and say there was no criminal activity found and that Robert Hur had no right to try to diagnose somebody with something because he's not a doctor or a psychologist. And I think Garland will publicly admonish him or somebody will.
But this guy, if you look at the report, he also was very, very, he told Trump was terrible. That the difference is that Trump lied, Trump wouldn't give he said everything that we all know, but at least he acknowledged it.
Well, at least they did it this early before the election, so nothing else can come out.
Yeah.
I think that was done for a reason too, because it was closer to the election. They'd be like,
well, let me tell you though, if this guy could have found some illegal thing on Biden, he would have.
Oh, that's true. He looked over everything, but there's nothing to go on.
So as he left out the door, he kick the can.
Biden is coming up with rules so that doesn't happen. I just
Yeah.
heard about it. So, okay.
Like in the old days, the Super Bowl, halftime, overtime, you had one chance to score. So when the 49ers scored, if this was last year, they would have won. They wouldn't allowed the
Right.
Kansas City to have a turn too.
But now they just play until
Now they changed it, which is actually more, it's more fair.
fair.
So.
I think it's more fair. Okay. Wendy Milken says, hi guys, I would love to know whether there'll be any repercussions for Robert Hur after all the disrespectful words he said about Biden.
Yeah, we just discussed that.
Right. Oh, she's from the UK, actually.
Oh, cool.
From the UK. Okay. Okay. Will the dark Brandon influence from TikTok persuade young voters to vote blue? I think young voters, most of them are already going to vote blue. Some might vote red, but most of them are going to be voting into a Democrat. That's what I see.
Yeah.
So,
I just see that Trump is just laying the foundation. He's scaring people with his rhetoric. And I just see people like, oh, hell no. I want to live in a free country. I don't want to live with Putin running the show.
okay, Constance Campbell says, hi, darlings. Hi, Constance. Why did the Biden administration allow the full unredacted report? I think they're talking about Robert Hur's report to be made public. I read they saw it and okayed its release because they weren't going to do the same thing Bill Barr did.
They don't do anything Bill Barr does.
No, they were being.
But he had no right to do that. He absolutely had no right to do that.
Well,
if that had been Bill Barr, all that stuff would be taken off.
Oh, absolutely. But I don't think it's going to hurt Biden the way they thought it would.
Yeah.
Inspired Creatrix, I like that. Inspired Creatrix says 45 will probably request an on-bank review from SCOTUS regarding the decision of immunity. Will the not immune ruling be reinstated?
Nope.
SCOTUS, if they've been hearing the case, is going to say
I've been saying that, yeah.
Not immune from prosecution.
And I knew they would say, well, they haven't announced it formally, but they're going to give them leeway on that. People taking them off the ballot.
Well, because as crazy as some of this, or as MAGA some of the SCOTUS people are, maybe Clarence Thomas might vote differently, but the rest of them know that if they say a president is immune from prosecution, then a president could do anything. Hi, I'm overturning the government. I'm staying.
I have the right to commit any crime.
Right. And they're not going to do that. I mean, they're smarter than that. Okay. Barb Mecca says, hi, Melanie.
I just saw like this, like, tennis. I'm almost feeling they're just going to push it back. They won't even hear it.
Right. Somebody's asking about will it impact Biden winning the election, and we've already answered that. All right. Kimberly Canal says, do you see a balance of energy in the near future? The people that oppose negative thoughts and actions appear to be snarky and negative in expressing their opposition. Same negative energy. Will people shift to thoughts, beliefs, comments to those of the most benevolent outcome? Well, I mean, we can speak up against injustice and crime and our leaders who are thugs and trying to overthrow the government. We can speak up about that. That doesn't make us negative. That just means we're speaking up against things that are wrong. And we have to have our voices heard. I do see this polarizing energy ending at some point. And
I do. Well, it's mostly because the Orange Crush is like gone. Something's happening where he's not around.
Exactly. Okay. Diana says, hello, wonderful Linda and sweet Mel. Thank you. That was very nice. You guys are superstars. Well, thank you. Tiffany Trump has not said a word about her dad, nor will she.
She'll never say a word.
Right. Will she help him in the financial department? No.
No.
After
her husband has a lot of money. No.
Her hubby's a billionaire. Well, I think her husband knows if he helps him, the T-rump.
He'll be looked at. Yeah.
Or he won't get it back. So he's like, no. Bad investment. No. Okay.
I do see him sitting some money, but not a lot of money.
A little bit, but not. Michael Ngoyan says, What are your predictions about New York 3rd District special election? Tom Suozzi, Democrat, or Mazi Pilip, Republican, who appears to be Santos 2.0. We've already said we think Tom is going to win.
Tom's gonna win. Who was the other person, did he say?
Mazi P.I.
Yeah, it's a woman. Yeah, no, she's not gonna win.
She, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was a she. Okay. Oh, this is good. Nancy Faye. Biden is reported to be referring to Netanyahu as, you know what, a certain part of the anatomy. I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Well,
And
the guy never takes any advice. He's poo-pooing whatever they ask him to do.
But Biden is referring to him as a certain part of the Southern anatomy and
Okay.
into major funders. I concur as to Netanyahu's reckless tactics. Netanyahu is widely hated in Israel. Will there be problems for Biden because of these comments? Absolutely not.
No.
I think that'll help Biden. I mean, you know, Netanyahu is telling the Gazans to flee a certain area that he's going to bomb,
That they told him to go to.
but there's nowhere for them to go.
Yeah.
So Netanyahu, I see him out, and at some point I see him being held responsible for crimes against humanity.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I have, Linda. Do you have any?
All right. Well, it took almost an hour.
We got all of them.
Yeah. Well, so I'll see you next Monday, and I'm sending you a link to join me with Terry Renner at 12 noon Pacific today. But it's not live, you guys. It's taped.
All right. So thank you, everybody. Linda's show next week, and everybody.
Love you all.
They will.
Be ready for the big news coming out this week. Some big news is coming.
Oh, good. Yay.
Yeah.
We'll watch it.
All right. Love you all.
All righty.